Today, from Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, it's Week 16 of the NFL on EA Sports.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. And they'll be let out by the guy under center, Charles, their quarterback.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost. Yeah. How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
At the 33-yard line.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, short tackle.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. Does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. And incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders fly into the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And it's 3-0 Washington. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Hey, baby, this ain't good enough for us.
So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
At the 25-yard line.
Simply not much more you can ask out of your running back. Over 100 yards and the 3 touchdowns.
And for an old coot like me, I loved it because he did it on the ground. A running back taking control of the game. That's what I like to see.
Hold on. An old coot?
Coot. C-O-O-T.
All right, I'll look that up later. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Late in the season now, MVP chatter starts, and he might be on the fringe. This is always an award that goes quarterback, running back, usually quarterback. A lot of bias. Does he deserve consideration?
He more than deserves consideration because the way the game is played in the NFL now, it's a pass-first league, right? So that means that people are going to adjust their defenses for him each and every week, and he's still putting up big-time numbers. I know the quarterbacks, the running backs get it, but he should be firmly in the race for MVP.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Going deep downfield for Ross. He's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. John Ross, 35 yards. And the Bengals have taken the lead.
sometimes when I see these types of plays executed, I think of basketball. Guys boxing other guys off to go out and get a rebound.
And he got the rebound right there, but the defense was really placed well.
Yeah, they were right there. I mean, that's where it's really tough for a defender. When you're in the right spot, you're draped on the guy catching the ball, yet he still comes down with it.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Takes over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season, the playoff. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if I'm going to have to start thinking about keeping a tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
A gain of 6 yards. And it's third down.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Bengals will take over here first and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. They'll come out throwing here on first down. He's going to fire one deep. This is caught inside the 15. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A big play there with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Bengals strike quickly here for 6 points. It took them a while to get their speedster involved, but they found him downfield there.
And what we've discovered as we've watched games is the speedster doesn't have to have a lot of catches, doesn't have to have volume in order to have a huge impact on the game. His speed scares the heck out of defenses, and other guys can capitalize, but when you finally hit him and he carries it all the way into the end zone, that's what you're paying him for. That big threat that can make big plays on a limited number of catches.
That's how you step on the stage with your first catch, take it to the house.
At their own 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He didn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
The point after is good, and the lead is up to 18 now.
Washington 3.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken in at the 3. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
Intercepted. The Bengals take over first and
trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Now they try the right side here. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. 21-3 is your score after 1. 2nd and 11. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Chase Young in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Extra point splits the uprights, and a rout is on here in this first half. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Out comes the Washington offense as we get a look at the playoff race in the NFC. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
I'm impressed.
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch. How much importance is placed on these games? Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes.
A loss of 7 yards.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception. There's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum.
It's caught at the 10. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. John Ross with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bengals just continue to pour it on.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Washington on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Past the 20. And they will finally get to him down at the Bengals 13. It's a big play there for Washington on 3rd down. 52 yards. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown from 4 yards out. And Washington able to cut into that deficit. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting runs. So much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. From the 10. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
John Ross and the rest of the offense heading back onto the field, making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defenses, getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down. On play action, they'll throw. Got a man open. It's Ross. The 20, 10, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bengals have got it on cruise control. And the route is on here in this first half. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 20.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. And they will finally get to him down at the Bengals 22. A huge play there for Washington. 43 yards on the ground. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Now he has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football, 500 puts you on the path, a significant number.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, but now it's 3rd and goal.
It's 3rd down and goal at the 3.
They'll try to run this one in. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
His kick is
Boswell's kick is good. And that will knock this down to still a very large 29-point deficit. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
at their own 30-yard line.
John Ross and the rest of the offense heading back onto the field. He might be on his way to a record-setting performance. So good here. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And it's so interesting when we watch these types of days unfold for a receiver because they need a quarterback throwing it accurately, people to block.
That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
Extra point right down the middle. And a rout is on here in this first half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
46-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up second.
2nd and 1. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts,
as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Single, slop. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
3rd down and 10.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. But he's got the completion to Hopkins. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 4. Seven seconds to go in half number 1.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. From 21 yards away.
And Washington able to get a score back.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
Boswell good with the extra point, and they get a bit of a respite here from what's been an otherwise dreadful first half of football.
From the 10. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
John Ross and the rest of the offense heading back onto the field. What a game for him, Charles. 4 touchdowns. Heck, for a lot of guys, that's a good season number.
You're exactly right. And let's face it, we have to stand up in a play.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. John Ross, 71 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on. And that touchdown reception is the 5th for him in this game, and that ties the NFL record.
And a record that's held up since 1950. This is another person that's tied it, but think about this. Bob Shaw said it in 1950. Kellen Winslow came along and tied it. And then, of course, Jerry Rice tied it as well. And finally, we're seeing it here one more time. Phenomenal.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
12. And the Washington first down.
Patterson on the carry. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 35.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
A loss of 4.
That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this.
And he's going to go down again.
A 10-yard loss on the play.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. Now a handoff looking right. Oh, he faked him with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
And they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. A cool little accomplishment for him passing the football. 25,000 yards. He just surpassed that for his career.
When he was a little guy in the backyard just throwing it.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
On the coverage.
They're going to start the drive here on the ground with Patterson. And he'll get this up to the 4 right about there, and that's about it.
39.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
4-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
And they give this time to the tailback. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A tale of 2 extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up.
Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. It's going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford any more at this point.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection.
Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And a solid run down inside the 30. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And his throw is going to be incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
And 3 yards to go.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Open man there is Patterson, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 as they move the sticks.
Washington.
They'll set up to throw. That one is slant to McLaurin. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the Bengals' 15-yard line.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds.
1st and goal, Washington.
They'll look to throw again. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Bengals have recovered it.
A fumble on the play.
A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand. Put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. The 30, 10, and he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. John Ross, 81 yards. And this offense continues to pour it on. And that, boys and girls, is an NFL record 6th touchdown reception. The record has stood since 1950. What a game.
How about that? Because so many things have to go right in order for it to happen. Not just him catching the passes. Someone delivering it accurately. Offensive line giving them time to throw the ball. A true team record. But he stands above it because he was on the receiving end of so many great plays.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
An 8-yard pickup. 1st down, Washington.
They'll look to throw here. Now they go screen. It's complete. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Going to throw right side here. Complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
6. It's a gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. He's picked off at his own 46. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
Taken in at the 3. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
And the Washington first down.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. The 5 yards on the catch there brings up second down.
39-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up second and 5.
Now a dump off here complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
First down, Washington.
Back to throw again. Got a man. It's Patterson complete. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That one unable to develop. Never got going. A loss of a couple. And it's second down. Back to throw here. Throwing right, and that's complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
46-yard line. It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's third down.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 46. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit.
There he goes right side. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. John Ross, 49 yards. And thanks to the interception, the Bengals offense cashes in with 6.
Point conversion.
Well, they mentioned this week, Charles, they had a couple kinks on offense that they wanted to fix. I would say they're pretty well fixed.
There's no doubt about that. I mean, just about everything they've run has been successful in this one. And if I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm done with this, right? I have no answers for anything. In fact, I'd probably send a note to the clock operator. Let it run.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Takes over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
Incomplete. Brings up second and 10 at the 24-yard line.
The throw right sideline here is complete. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the second down pass play only went for 2. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. John Ross and the rest of the offense heading back onto the field. And we get a peek at the kind of game he's having. It's been a good game. 8 catches now, Charles.
Everyone likes to spread the ball around. They want a lot of people to catch it and touch it, get a lot of guys involved. But sometimes...
And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. John Ross, 57 yards. And this offense is running away with this one.
Well, where our booth is here, we can see all of the writers to our left, and their post-game stories, Charles, they have been filed for some time because this game, boy, is it lopsided.
Yeah, we can see our guy Scoop. He's even got his fedora tipped over his face. I think he's taking a nap now. Nothing left to write for him, but how gratifying has it been for them to see what they've done in practice and carry it into a game and see the execution be so good. They've got to feel fantastic about what they've accomplished in this one.
Shedding through the defense. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
A gain of 4 on the play, and just like that, it's third down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
13 yards there and a Washington first.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. A gain of 6 there on first.
Complete to number 86.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
At the 48-yard line.
That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin.
The pass.
Call it a gain of 3, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and...
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
10 yards there, good for a Washington first down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure.
Loss of 8 yards.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Give him 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a 3rd down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. He's going to let it fly. And now here is another interception. Picked off down at the 2.
A 3rd down pass.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. And that one is incomplete, and it stops the clock at 12 seconds left in the half. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. He's going to let it go again. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
On the deep ball.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw. Going deep downfield for Ross. And this will be caught at the 30.
And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Cincinnati, they're now a win away from a perfect regular season as they move to 15-0. And they'll have another home date next week as the Miami Dolphins come to town.
Meanwhile, for Washington,
they're guaranteed now a sub-500 season as they fall to 6-9. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against the Chicago Bears. And for